Yo, what's up everybody? 7.09 got released last night. I want to make a quick video about it. So let's just go through it and then kind of talk about what I think it means and why it's happening and all of that. So, first of all, starting gold is now 600. Tangos have been remade, kind of. They are now 90 gold and only have 3 charges. The old school style, right? That's what Tangos used to be. On top of that, there are these new bounty runes right here. So these bounty runes, the starting bounty runes, now function a little bit differently from all of the other bounty runes throughout the game. Instead of giving 100 gold to the hero that picks it up, picking up one of these bounty runes will now give 40 gold to the entire team. So you can see right here we've got our Crystal Main, she got 200 gold, I've got 630, Crystal Main picks this up, 240 and 670. The same thing will be true over here. If I pick this up, I'm at 680 and she is at 90 because she bought items. Thank you, Bruni. Anyway, you get the point though. Alright, so bounty runes function a little bit differently now. The money is more spread out, goes more to the team. In a similar vein, they also made it so that the courier now costs less money. So animal courier now goes for 50 gold as opposed to 200. They are spreading out money to supports. The next change, yet again, goes into that same direction. So previously, when you stack the camp, you know, you just stacked it and then that's it. It's done, taken care of, right? But that is no longer true. So, let me show you a little bit of something. If I now go ahead and stack this camp, and I'm going to do this with a cheat code, but don't worry, it works the same way in regular Dota. But I'm going to go ahead and stack this camp, and we're going to wait until they're out of the camp, cool, and then we spawn a new set of neutrals. You can see that these neutrals have this neutral creep stacked buff on them. Killing this stacked creep will provide bonus gold to the stacker. Now, I can do this however often I want, right? So I go ahead and do this again, and then I pull this out. And then I go ahead and stack them again once they are all out. Fantastic. And you can see killing this stack creep will provide bonus gold to the stacker. Now, important note here. The first creep in the camp does not get that buff, right? So you can see these mud golems do not have it. Now, our Crystal Main here is going to go ahead and be so nice and kill this for us. And the new change in regards to stacking is, first of all, when you stack, you get a little noise, which is cute. But also, if a camp gets killed, the stacker gets 15% of the creep's bounty. So as you can see up here, we are actually earning money from these creeps, despite not having killed them ourselves. Now, this is the camp that wasn't stacked, right? Now, from this camp, I will not earn money, because I was not the stacker. Alright? By the way, this right here is the bounty rune. I picked that up. Boom. Get money again. Just like normal, just like before. So let's talk about this really quick. Supports have been buffed a lot by these changes. They basically just bring money into the match. Bounty runes were previously worth 100 gold to a single hero are now worth 200 gold to the entire team. I expect teams to be fighting over these bounty runes much more heavily because they're worth so much, and if you get 4 bounty runes you start with an 800 gold lead, which is very significant at minute 0, right? That's a lot of money, especially since it goes to the supports, and the supports can definitely use it. The stacking thing, of course, is incredibly helpful for supports. Admittedly, let me go and say it like this though, I don't think that will be the biggest impact on competitive play. I think pro players were already stacking and now the supports will have a little bit more money. But you don't actually earn that much money. To kind of like showcase this, like a realistic stack, let's make a really nice big stack really quick, okay? Let's just be generous about it. Make a big old stack. There we go, fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and throw in, let's try 2 more. I don't know if you can actually stack this camp that often, but we'll try. Right, and go ahead, get out of there, thank you. Fantastic, and then we just gonna try one more time. I don't actually know if you can stack this camp that much. Yes, you can, fantastic. So, you can see this is a huge ass camp. Now pay attention to our money. We have 1120 gold right now. We go in here and we start blasting the shit out of this. Go ahead and move you away. By the way, you get money anyway on the map, so if I like take my Lena and go all the way over here. Alright, and then go ahead and just continue blasting this stuff. So I made a bit of money, as you can see. I now am at 1200. So I made like 70 gold, you know. I guess it's something. It's not actually that much. I think this change is less to buff supports in competitive play and more to encourage people to stack. In lower level plays, right? Like, because like at lower level play, people make decisions less based on what is optimal and more on what feels more fun. And getting money is more fun than not getting money. So stacking, which doesn't actually give you any money if you're a support, isn't really that fun as a support. But now that you're getting a little bit of cash for it, hey, that actually makes it quite a bit of fun, right? So yeah, you don't get that much money, but it's a little bit, right? It's a little bit. Towers have been moved a little bit closer to the river. This, I think, is actually a bigger change to competitive play. So you can see right here, this is a very tight fit. You can maybe fit 2 heroes here, maybe with a bit of trying, but it's gonna be difficult. While on the other side, no way. You can fit 1 hero, right? You can fit 1 hero, that works, but there's no way in hell you can fit more than 1. You will never be able to squeeze into. Right, so that's important to keep in mind here. This makes rotating into the mid a lot more difficult. Because coming from this side is always more tricky. You always want to kind of come from here. Wait, no. It's always more tricky. No, that's what I'm saying. But it's also been made more tricky. That's where I was going with this. It's just been made more difficult to gank. So the mid will hopefully fall back into more of a one-on-one scenario. That seems what they're pushing here. Now, there is one patch note that I think a lot of people are going to not even really know what it means, that I actually believe is the most significant patch note in the entire thing, which is range creep attack acquisition range reduced from 800 to 600. Now, I wonder how many people even know what that means, and that's not me trying to be condescending, it's just Dota not properly explaining its mechanics, but creep attack acquisition range is not something you hear a lot. What is creep attack acquisition range? It's even difficult to say. So, creep attack acquisition range is the range at which creeps will attack you if you are inside of it when you are right-clicking on an enemy hero. That's what it means, right? So, before, range creeps had a range creep acquisition range of 800. Right? So, they will attack you if you are an 800 radius around them and attack an enemy hero. Now it's only 600, which means they will only attack you if you're in a 600 radius around them while right-clicking on a hero. This makes harassing a lot easier because you don't have to worry so much about the range creep attacking you. The range creep is really also the main threat while harassing, because the range creep actually gets a lot of attacks in, since, well, it's ranged. So to kind of show this off a little bit, alright, I'm gonna put this guy right here. So now I'm in the range, now I'm in the creep acquisition range. So if I attack this guy, you can see the creeps all attack me. I'll go ahead and blink away. Now I'm further away, so if I attack him now, you can see the creeps don't actually focus me at all. Right? And now something I can do is I am, you know, more than 600 units away, and the creep doesn't attack me. And that's like really the important part here. So 600 units is pretty, you know, pretty low. Like, Lina can just bypass that. Now, if I go a little bit closer, you can see, well, still no. There we go. This is how close you need to be. I mean, that's not a lot. That is not a lot. And this is the change that I think will have the biggest impact on competitive play. Most people will not even really know what it means, right? And again, this is not meant to be disrespectful. It's just Dota not explaining its mechanics properly. But yeah, that will matter a lot in competitive, because like those kind of values and managing creep aggro like that becomes very relevant at high level play. So yeah, that's kind of it. And then there are some other changes really quick that I want to tackle. These are the big gameplay changes. The first one is that there is this tree that got removed, rip tree. Then we have some changes to the arcade. Arcade has, wait, where is it? There we go. This local lobbies window is now sorted by oldest lobby. This right here is still sorted as before by most lobbies. This is, by the way, nothing new. This is just they didn't have this in the way Darkworld had originally requested it. Personally, I don't agree with this. Like, with the local lobbies window in general. I have an entirely different system for how I think this open lobby system should be handled. But oh well. Okay, you know what? Let's just quickly explain. So I think there should be a point value assigned to each lobby. So let's say a lobby is worth 5 points. So Dota Inbound currently has 10 lobbies, would be worth 50 points. And Dota 10 versus 10 has 8 lobbies. That's a total of 8 times 5, 40 points, right? And then you rank it by points. So Dota Inbound is 50 points and Dota 10 versus 10 is 40 points. So Inbound is ranked above 10 versus 10. But here's the one thing that I would do differently is... every minute a lobby is open and hasn't been started yet, you get an additional point added to the point value of the lobby. So by being patient and hosting lobbies and then just kind of waiting until it's full, you can increase the point value of a lobby and rise up the list and actually get even games that have nobody playing them, right? Like you can host a lobby for Enforce Team Survival on your own, and if you just wait 50 minutes, you'll eventually be at the top and then get to play your game because people will join it. That's how I think it should be handled, not the way it is right now, but oh well. Right now is still a huge improvement over what it was, so I'll take it. What are these gameplay changes about? I think it's about making support less the, oh my god, you don't have any money role. Personally, I don't think that is a very fun way to play support. Personally, I actually really like playing support. Not in Dota, though. I love playing support in, like, OAA, Overwatch, in Heroes of the Storm, right? In all 3 of those games, I personally actually main support. I don't play carries in those because I think support is a lot more fun. And that's because in those games, while playing support, I actually get to do things. You know, I'm not just food and get eaten up by the carries that have much more money than me. But I'm actually somewhat relevant. And I think Dota doesn't want to go entirely to that extreme. But they do want to make their supports more relevant by spreading out the money a little bit more evenly. So basically, Dota 2 is turning into the Communist Party and Viva la Revolution. Actually, wait, no, that wasn't that wasn't communism, but that's okay. We'll just revolt anyway because, hey! Anyway, I think the point is to make Dota a little less top-heavy and a bit more evenly spread out so everybody gets to play and have fun. Personally, I think that's a good change. I think Dota is a lot more fun if everybody has money. I think playing rich supports is really, really cool in Dota. And I think they should be pursuing that. I also like the changes to the mid lane, by the way. I think this is actually super nice because I find the constant ganking in the mid to just be irritating. Right? But yeah. What is my support main in Heroes of the Storm? I play 2 characters mostly. Well, actually, I just play whatever supports are currently on a free rotation. But if I'm not playing the heroes on a free rotation, I play Tyrande or Stukov. I like Stukov a lot. But anyway. So yeah, that's kind of the 7.09 patch. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to do these every time they release a patch because they're releasing a patch every 2 weeks now. I hope you guys are okay with that. And yeah, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.